Listen, guys, let's keep this thing moving. Zach, man, I want to come to you first on this, man. We gotta go WNBA. Hey, man, listen, you sitting there, you in the heat of it. You're seeing all of this firsthand. I just want to just first of all, just give us your take on what what is this WNBA season been like, seeing it up close and personal?
Well, for me, it's just been something special because when I was a kid, in addition to growing up watching the NBA, I mean, obviously growing up in, the Chicago area and Rockford, Illinois, where I'm originally from, small town called Winnebago, growing up with the Michael Jordan and the Bulls, obviously. But when the WNBA first started in 1997, I mean, I was only a kid at the time, but I fell in love with it. I mean, my favorite team was the New York Liberty, Rebecca Lobo and Kim Hampton and Teresa Witherspoon, who's now the coach of the Chicago Sky. So to be able to be up close and personal to witness all this has just been miraculous. And I mean, this season in particular has been extremely special for obvious reasons. I mean, you're seeing the exploits of Caitlin Clark, of Angel Reese, of Rakia Jackson, of Cameron Brink, who unfortunately went through an ACL injury and is now out for the season, and we wish her all the best. And just to see just the expansion and the growth of the game and the interest level of the game has just been something special to see. And for me to be able to cover the Chicago Sky at this particular time. Oh, and can't forget about Camila Cardoso playing for the Sky as well. I mean, she is really starting to come into her own after starting the season injured, and then coming back, and now she finds herself in the starting five along with Angel Reese. Yesterday against the Atlanta Dream, they won 85-77. Angel came away with her 11th consecutive double-double. I mean, yeah, 12 points and 19 rebounds. I mean, she just continues to amaze. She continues to astonish. And then Camila Cardoso is right there with her. I mean, she had 8 points and 10 rebounds. And then Kennedy Carter, who's just been just one of the fiercest players on the court, dynamic, quick, good in transition, very smart, 26 points last night. I mean, it's been something special.
Let me ask you this, Zach. This is so crazy. Have you seen, I mean, in all of your sports history, and AG, you could chime in on this too. Have you ever seen an explosion of interest like this? Like I've been like trying to find it in my mind. Like I can't recall, because see, I wasn't old enough to really appreciate the Magic Bird era of saving the NBA, but I don't think I've in my lifetime have I seen uh, a growth of explosion of interest of just ferocity out there when it comes to the WNBA right now. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
I have not seen anything like this before. I mean, even when I was a child, I mean, in the beginning of the league, there was a lot of interest, with Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, Rebecca Lobo. I mean, those players generated a lot of interest. They were in commercials, they got endorsements, the Houston Comets sold out the Compact Arena every night. And then after a while, after that, the league kind of went on a downturn a little bit. They had great players, but didn't have the level of interest that they had in the beginning. And then they went through this ebb and flow period. And now it's reached a point to where it's inescapable. And I think social media plays a big part in that as well, because with social media, it's hard to escape anything really. And some of it's been good. Obviously, some of it has been negative. Some of the commentary surrounding it, but I just think overall in the long run, it's just going to be good for the game. And not only with this dynamic rookie class, but you got these established veteran players who have been in the league for a while now, who we've noticed them, who have been covering the league. We've noticed their talents and we've noticed their greatness. It's just that everybody else is starting to play catch up. So I think in the long run, everybody wins.
Yeah. Hey, I'm like this. I'm a WNBA fan since 1997. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching these games, these women, and like you said, it's all about social media and the catch up. People who are just now never watched a WNBA game, but because of social media, they like, oh, this is the new thing that's happening now. Let me see if these girls can play. I'm talking about the explosion of the interest from people who normally wouldn't watch the game. That has jumped off the charts. And for this girl, Angel Reese, can somebody box her out? Is they just not letting it? I mean, she is, dude, she's Dennis Rodman, bro. Like, she's rebounding. How can you just say, I'm finna go out here and every game for the next 5 games, I'm finna hit the boards. I'm finna get over 10 rebounds every time. No, you're not. No, yes, I am. Ain't nobody gonna box me out. If they try to, I'm going around them. I'm getting this rebound, throwing it out. I mean, this girl is unbelievable. She has 11 total now. Candace Parker has 12. So I even want her to surpass Candace Parker and get 13. I love the fact that Kennedy Carter has resurrected herself when she went overseas and came back. Now she's rejuvenated and got the due that she's, deserving. How about Diana Taurasi? 42. 42 years old. And she is still rocking.
And playing in the Olympics again.
And playing in the Olympics again. Now let's just go down the road to the Vegas. I mean, Vegas is just unbelievable. I mean, let's go to the New York Liberty with Stewie and Sabrina over there. I mean, come on, man. This league Caitlin has brought in a train of advertisers. I'm talking about they flying private now. I mean, it's in a great, awesome place right now. So if you got a daughter out there that hey, put that soccer ball down. Get over there and get that basketball.
Hey, listen, I can't tell you how many dads I have talked to that have said, "Oh, my kid playing basketball." Right?
Yep.
Now, here's what's interesting to me, though, man. I love this aspect. I thought at one point, and I will admit, I didn't know the longevity that the WNBA was going to have simply for this reason alone: summer basketball. Because guess what? We're preoccupied with other things. And even if you transition some of that like into baseball, you go like, okay, summer sport, I'm gonna take my family there. Those are more like picnic kind of things. And then of course, if your kid is playing AAU basketball, that interest to me, it was kind of like how there's football in the summer. It's like, I don't know. Our minds are conditioned to the fall sport. And when you think about that, what was it or what has it been that has made the sport right now so popular that even though it is being played in the summertime, it is not only commanding respect, but it is changing the way we view even just the game itself. Like when I watch it now, I'm seeing so much talent out there that I probably never saw before. What's your take on that? Why is this game so popular now?
I think, for one, we're talking about the summertime. So outside of baseball, there's not really that much going on sports-wise. So to me, it's sort of a perfect timing for something like this to blossom. And then also you have great storylines. I mean, the obvious one being Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Now, in addition to covering the Chicago Sky, the last 3 years for SB Nation, I've also had the good fortune of covering Iowa when Caitlin was there. So I got to witness a lot of her big moments, and that was just a fun team to be around. And the storyline started obviously with the 2023 NCAA final, which garnered 10 million television viewers. It obviously generated a lot of debate. A lot of it was unwarranted and unnecessary, but you had two compelling players. I mean, people are talking about, even Magic Johnson said it himself, that this mirrors, Magic and Bird resurrecting the NBA. And they certainly did that. And the NBA wouldn't be what it is now if it wasn't for them. And so obviously now you look at Caitlin and Angel, and the difference being is that they're not alone. They got Camila, they got Cameron, they got Rakia. And then in the years to come, next year, Paige Beckers will be coming from UConn. Eventually
Yeah.
we'll see Juju Watkins. And she's obviously one of the best players in the game right now, one of the best shooters, obviously. And then after that, you got Hannah Hidalgo at Notre Dame. I mean, just the talent pool has just been so fun, so compelling, and it's hard to escape. And people like a good story. And this is obviously a good story. And the fact that it's been generating all this buzz and all this interest, and even it's even reaching places where you never would have expected the WNBA to reach. And so I think all in all, it's just good for not just the league,